everyone.
Good morning. Happy weekend, Saturday.
It's not morning anymore.
No, see, I'm thrown. We normally do this in the morning, but you've probably seen we're doing. We're changing one of the rooms so we can have more of a room. I do kind of design work and photography stuff, and for this as well. So we've got a room that we can just have it all set up, but it's not in our lounge. It's not a faff. So we're doing that at the moment. So this will be the last
one we do from the sofa.
So that's what we're doing from this sofa. It will be a sofa, just not this sofa. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's the afternoon now. It is 1:42 on Saturday afternoon.
And you sent me off to B&Q this morning to pick up more stuff for you, and you got on and did some more work on the room, and it's not quite finished.
It's nearly finished. Oh, it looks so good. It's my kind of colour schemes. I love the dark paint and the natural wood. It's cool. So you will see it on Instagram, and
you'll probably see it there first, and then I think we may do like a bit of a tour video perhaps once it's all up and together.
Yeah, but
take you through what we've done.
But if not, we'll definitely have the next vlog next week will be in there. Yeah. So cool. So today, what's the plan? What are we doing?
First of all, before we get started, I had something really cool come in the post this week, which I wasn't expecting.
See, no, I'm kind of jealous, but not.
Okay, so obviously, as you may know, we bought DVC membership earlier this year, and we were waiting for our membership cards to come through, and they take, from what I see, notoriously long for a lot of people. I've seen people on Facebook groups and stuff waiting over a year for their membership card to come through. Yeah. And you filled in a form or something to apply for yours a few weeks ago. Not a few weeks ago.
You can log into your DVC membership account and you can just click order membership card. So that's what I did. So mine came literally within 2 weeks.
But he didn't tell me about this straight away.
I got mine first.
In fact, I didn't know about this form until your card came.
Yeah.
And I was like, where's mine? So you told me to fill in the form, and I did, and I honestly didn't expect it to come before we go to Disney World. In how many days now?
9?
10. What? Maybe next week, on our last one before we go, you'll actually get it right.
This is a week Tuesday.
It's a week on Tuesday.
Okay.
But
we leave on Monday.
Yeah.
So it's 9 days. Holiday starts when we leave the house.
Yeah. On pre-travel day.
Yeah, we fly on the Tuesday. But anyway.
9 days. So this week, something came for me in the post. And oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And it says, Pixie Dusted Surprise.
Well, your Pixie Dusted Surprise has arrived.
Yeah, I know, but these are the words that count the most, right? And it even has a really beautiful gold seal with a little embossed Tinkerbell. Now, your one didn't get this, did it?
No, well, mine. I don't know why it's different, but mine came in just
clearly they just think I'm more special.
Regular kind of envelope with nothing special, and you've got like a certificate and everything with it on. I noticed you haven't even taken your card off it.
It's just slipped.
Oh, well, there you go.
So this was kind of
gone
like that.
Cool.
I'm really happy. So that was really good this week. Other than that, we haven't really progressed much as far as packing and getting ready. I actually have nothing in a suitcase at the moment.
I'm packed. I'm done.
Yeah, no, I have things. I have piles of things around the house, and I have like a basket with all my clothes in, and most things are ready. It just needs to all go in a case.
So, what are those small kind of zip bag things I use?
The packing cubes.
Yeah, so I use packing cubes, and I've just got kind of 2 of those. So I've got a massive case. And I've got like a packing cube of t-shirts, a packing cube of underwear, and I just hustle my shorts in as well. So like nothing, I'm a wash kit, but nothing in my suitcase. And the rest of it is going to be for
things you buy.
Disney merch.
Okay. This week's video.
Yeah.
I thought, although we're Charltons Do Disney and it's all been kind of very Disney-fied so far, we might allow Universal a little time to shine today.
Well, we love Universal. We go to Universal a lot, and I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so yeah.
So I thought we'd actually compare Disney with Universal and ask the question, who does it better?
Yeah.
Against various categories.
Yeah.
Okay. So in my favourite Disney mug, I have some categories. So I thought you could pick one out.
Okay.
And we will discuss.
Okay. Well, look. Right. Okay. So who does it better? We should have had like a jingle, like a theme, like.
If we're not
something.
that professional.
No. Food. Who does food better? Disney
Food.
or Universal? That's a no-brainer for
Well,
me.
we touched on this in last week's video actually, because
Yeah.
we talked about the fact that we were generally quite unimpressed with the food at Universal.
Yeah, and do you know what? I hope that will change. Universal really focuses. Now it depends, because I think it's unfair in a way to compare. You should almost compare Magic Kingdom and Universal, because if you start including like Epcot, that's gonna be anywhere, because you've got essentially food from 11 countries and goodness knows what else going on, and lots of table service restaurants and stuff.
Yeah.
And Disney goes in all the parks, also has the table service restaurants and more of the buffet stuff. So, but Universal, I think it's funny, we've watched a couple of videos this week of Mythos.
I don't know, it depends whether you're American or English.
Yeah, but the kind of like the underwater cavern waterfall.
Yeah, and somebody actually
Poseidon?
Someone commented, I think, on our Instagram and actually recommended that restaurant, said to go and do it. And I think that's a fair point. I think that's something we should do at some point.
And it's won lots of awards. It's got or I say won lots of awards. I don't know that. It's got a sign that says voted best theme park restaurant by
Theme Park Insider.
Theme Park Insider. So I don't know.
I think, and it's won that award like multiple times.
Yeah.
Although they've taken the date off the sign now, because it used to have all the years it's won. So I'm thinking it maybe
it didn't
hasn't
win last
won
time. I don't know.
recently.
But do you know what? So we haven't tried there. So fair shout. That might be a good spot. But generally, Universal it's theme park food. It's fast food. It's like its
counter service equivalent just hasn't always been as good as Disney. However, we've had a couple of table service meals in City Walk, not in the parks. One being at that sports place, one being at Toothsome. And the service we had at Toothsome, that lady was amazing. I can't remember her name now, but she was one of the best service we had that trip. She was so chatty, so nice.
And it's good. I think. But if you're comparing, I think. Yeah, I think Disney wins. I think it. Although that service was fantastic, and it depends. So if you go quick service for quick service, I think Disney win. Just because I don't know. It just seems maybe a bit more variety, especially with the snacks and some of the quick service stuff. You get a bit more variety, and it seems a bit fresher. I think it just always seems a bit dry and just. On its last legs at Universal.
Claggy.
Yeah, like it's been there for a few days. It's gonna eat me now, please.
We haven't been in 2 years. We may be
surprised. So anyway, because we normally walk out of the park and go to like not Kung Fu. I always call it Kung Fu Panda. Panda Express. Mm-hmm. So we always go there because it's really good, and the burrito place next door.
Okay, so Disney went out on that.
But yeah, Disney went out and table service. I still think Disney. But the service from they're not cast members at Universal. What are they? I keep forgetting. Team members at Universal. They were fantastic. Twosome, absolutely awesome. Really good service. But yeah, I think Disney just has better selection. So Disney wins on food.
Okay, next one. Go.
Oh my! Do I pick everyone?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so who between Disney and Universal? Who does queuing better? Who has better queues? Oh, I don't know. Who do you think?
Hang on. I reckon both parks have amazing queues and horrible queues.
Yes. Yeah.
What's the worst queue in Disney?
You were saying it like I should know.
Yeah, you should know, because you always moan about how annoying you think this queue is. Well, part of it at least.
Go on.
Space Mountain.
oh, I hate Space Mountain queue. It is the worst queue because
The first part's pretty cool,
But
where
the-
you're walking under the
I mean,
umbrella
but
line.
that's just knackered now. It's cool because
It
it's
is
kitsch.
tired,
It's
and
kitsch
the video
and
is
it's
like
retro.
straight out of 1995.
But you then get into that. You think you're getting near to like loading, but you're not. You're in that windy grid system. All the switchbacks.
Oh, like the switchback thing, yeah.
Which are kind of okay. I mean, that room's really dark. There's nothing to look at, so there's no kind of stimulation. But it's when you go behind those walls at the back.
In that strange corridor.
You're in that weird corridor between those walls, and it's like, and it smells of sweaty people, and you can't see anything, and it's dark, and you're tired, and yeah, that's a rubbish queue. Disney change Space Mountain.
I'm really
queue.
surprised it's actually still the same way.
Yeah.
Especially as it's one of those rides that has quite long wait times, especially for Magic Kingdom. You're going to be spending a long time in there, and yeah, it's not that exciting.
But Universal, Minion Mayhem queue. So hot, you're outside, queuing all the way around the outside of the building.
That's crazy.
And that is really hot. So that's poor. But so good queues.
Peter Pan, since it had its whole overhaul.
Yeah, the overhaul
very
there
good.
is really cool. I do like. It's funny because there's not loads of interaction, but I like Pirates of the Caribbean. I like Pirates of the Caribbean anyway, but I like the queue because it's because you're in caverns and you're like
it will mentally
Pirates,
transport you to that universe.
Yeah, and the music and the smell, and because Disney water rides all have that smell. You can smell the kind of water, and it smells like the sea. So yeah, when you're on Pirates, that's cool, but and Flight of Passage, we've not seen.
We've actually not done the main queue. We've done Flight of Passage, I think, twice, and on both times it was on Fast Pass. And maybe we'll get lucky this time. Maybe we'll be able to get in there when there's a shorter wait time, when Galaxy's Edge opens up, and we can actually go through the main queue and see it.
But it looks really cool.
It looks amazing.
But I think the best queues, have to go to Universal. Really, I think it's kind of a tie, like overall. But I think Forbidden Journey and the Gringotts.
The Forbidden Journey queue is amazing.
It's so, but Gringotts as well, because you go up the spiral staircase and go into the loading.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
and with the stalagmites and stalactites, whichever way, I don't know. Tights hang down, yeah.
Yeah, all right. But yeah, so I think that they're all pretty cool. Transformers is kind of, it's cool, it's bland, but it's cool.
Transformers, right? That queue is good, but it's very repetitive. The whole way through, you're like in one room and then you go into another room and it's exactly the same.
But no, how going through, the Harry Potter queues.
Do you know what? Even Spider-Man in Universal is a really good queue because it's old, granted, but it feels like you're in the comic books.
And the Men in Black queue, because you always get to the stairs, and as you start going down, it always breaks down, and then they're like evacuate.
That's got nothing to do with the queue, but that has generally been our experience.
Yeah, you always know as soon as you get to the top of the stairs and start walking down towards the ride vehicle, it's like broken.
Stop. Okay.
So Universal just wins a little bit.
Next one.
Okay. Who does it better? Who does characters better?
Characters interactions specifically.
Well, that what?
Just showing that you're not lying.
I'm not. How would I be lying?
I don't know.
It's my vlog, our vlog.
Characters.
Anyway, characters. So now it's easy to say Disney because obviously Disney have the characters, and I think Universal, it's quite difficult for Universal to have characters that you can engage
with. It seems less cohesive in Universal. Whereas even though obviously, Snow White doesn't live just down the road from Cinderella and Mickey Mouse and all that, there just seems to be this, you imagine Disney being this place where all the characters live together and they're all neighbours and they're all happy and they have this whole other life together. Whereas Universal characters individually, I actually think are really, really good, but there's no kind of cohesive element to or story to them all being in this one place.
But I think the advantage, we've had some really good interaction with Universal characters.
Yeah.
So Really good interaction with Popeye.
Yeah, that
Like,
was
he was
fun.
he was awesome.
He was really good. He liked your tattoos.
Beetlejuice was cool.
The lady in Toothsome, is her name Penelope? I want to say it's Penelope. I might be wrong. But the one who comes around when you're eating, and she's also down in the store as well, and she has her like robot friend. I don't know his name either. They were amazing.
Yeah,
they were really, really good, and she looks so cool.
And when we ate at Lowe's Royal Pacific, when we stayed there last trip,
when we had that character dining experience, we weren't expecting.
No, we didn't even know it was character dining. So we had like Homer Simpson came around and hung out for a bit, but then Woody Woodpecker came around. And he sat down with us for about 15... Because there was no one else in the restaurant. It was really quiet.
It was early.
And he sat with us for about 15 minutes. And we were having a random sign language, silent, one-sided conversation.
That's
which is
interesting.
But it worked. It was good fun. So...
And Kai had no idea who he was.
yeah.
That's the other thing. I think a lot of the characters at Universal are from...
When we were kids.
Yeah.
Even Scooby-Doo, really. Scooby-Doo was very much when we were young.
Yeah, I mean, they have made Scooby-Doo more recently, but it was definitely a lot better there. But in fact, that was made in the 70s, so when we were watching it as kids, it was even kind of reruns then anyway.
Like Hanna-Barbera stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would say it's a tie.
Yeah, I think I would too.
I think you're more naturally drawn to the Disney characters because it's Mickey and and it's. But I think actually the interaction and the quality are a draw. It's just Disney is more cohesive, and you maybe know them better, and I think it's a bit more magical.
Disney's a bit more magical.
Well, yeah, because I think if you go and see Mickey, it's a big thing going and seeing Mickey, right? If you see Shaggy from Scooby-Doo or Popeye, it's not magical. It's fun, but so.
Here's something I think Universal should do with characters just before we move on.
Yeah.
Okay. In Wizarding World areas, yes, you have cast members that are in costume and kind of are in character for being from that area and around that area, but just like you've got in Galaxy's Edge, you've got Rey that interacts with people as Rey specifically, and Chewie. I also think Galaxy's Edge, the cast members there have more of a backstory, and there's more that you can talk to them about in character. I think in the Wizarding World they would benefit massively from that. And in addition to the cast members that kind of have their own story, there should be some teachers from Hogwarts wandering around. There should be some like people from the Ministry of Magic wandering around, searching for, Voldemort's followers and that kind of thing.
Just having their own story in the land.
Engaging guests into stories
cool.
as well. I think that would be really, really good, and
Universal
should do that.
They have the little kind of show and stuff in like Diagon Alley, but again, it's a staged thing. It's
There's
not
no
an interaction.
No.
So okay, cool.
Yeah, okay. Next one.
But do you agree? I think it depends on your experience, what kind of interactions you've had,
Yeah.
So ours have been pretty good for the most part. Or who does it better? So Fast Pass or Express Pass? Well, it depends how you look at it. So Fast Passes are free.
And available to everybody.
Yeah. And you can book a slot in advance. And
you can organise your day around them. That's very good.
With Express Pass at Universal, now, although you have to pay for it if you are not staying there, we tend to deliberately stay at one of the Universal hotels. So Lowe's Royal Pacific, we're at Hard Rock this year, and you get it included. It's free for the duration of your stay. With that, you don't need to book or plan anything. You just rock up and go straight into the Express Pass queue for the rides. So it depends. If you're getting it as part of your hotel package, then I would say that Express Pass is probably better. And it's unlimited. You just keep going on and on and on. So you can go round and round the Express Pass as many times as you want on any ride. But if you're not staying at a Universal hotel, you do have to pay for it, and I think it's like $80 a day.
It's a lot of money.
I think it's something like that. per person, and that's what I'm saying. By the time you've kind of got a family of 3 or 4, book a hotel room.
Yeah.
Like it's cheaper to book a hotel room. Have tag a couple of nights at the beginning or at the end of your trip, and get express pass included, and then you won't have to queue with everyone else. So I think I love fast pass, but I think Universal win on that one.
Again, obviously, it's almost 2 years since we were last there. But Express Pass worked out really good for us last time. Apart from one occasion where it was a really busy day and they weren't even letting anybody on through the Express line on Gringotts.
Yeah.
They actually shut the Express Pass line down, which was a shame because we hadn't actually gotten on it that many times and we were getting close to leaving and we wanted to get in and get one more ride on it. But
that's the only thing though. So with Disney, it will limit saturation because it will only issue a certain amount of fast passes for a time period.
Yeah.
Where with Express Pass, if every single person with an Express Pass, either staying at the hotel or who have bought it on a busy day, want to go and ride Gringotts, then
it'll tip it over.
You're stuffed, and you won't. There's no advantage then. So it might, So sometimes actually Disney might win out. It might depend on how busy it is.
I actually think, personally, Disney win on this one. But I think that's a matter of personal preference because I like my day to be organised. I like to plan out what I'm going to do. I like the fact that as an on-site guest, I get to book my fast passes at 60 days rather than 30 days. It feels like more of a perk.
Yeah, but Forbidden Journey is my favourite ride, so if I can just keep going round and round and round on Forbidden Journey or on Gringotts, then
fair enough.
But yeah, they're both good. Depends, but
so you're saying a tie?
Yeah, go on a tie.
A tie.
Cause I think Express could be better, but I think on busy times it might not work out.
Okay, there's 3 more.
Okay. Who does it better? Theming. I think it goes back to what we were saying a minute ago. So I think Disney... Now, again, this is a hard one because Disney, for the most part, is more cohesive.
Mm-hmm.
But, and this is a huge but, and this, I'm trying not to be biased with the Harry Potter thing.
Oh, really?
Okay. But seriously, like Diagon Alley... mind blown.
Yeah, the first time we saw that was unbelievable. And we'd already seen Hogsmeade, and that in itself is amazing. But Diagon Alley, and in particular, Nocturne Alley.
Yeah, like Borgin and Burke's. It's
just unreal.
But Diagon Alley, there's so many, just all of the detail.
Yeah.
From every angle, and I mean right down to the tiniest detail, the colours. It feels like you leave a theme park. You leave a theme park and you enter Diagon Alley. And again, going back to that last one, if they just had people, characters going about their business to make it really feel like Diagon Alley in that way, rather than just people, on vacation.
There's such potential to do that. There really is. It wouldn't surprise me if Universal do put something like that in the land. I think that would be amazing.
But do you know what I think? So I think that Universal win on that because of Harry Potter specifically, but what I think that's done has kind of made Disney go, we need to up our game, and I think that
they did it with Pandora.
But I think that's really pushed them with Galaxy's Edge.
So I think once we've been to Galaxy's Edge in a couple of weeks,
and I think Star Wars,
Disney are going to win. I think another thing in terms of theming for me is that when you think about the layout of the park, and Disney, particularly Magic Kingdom, go with that hub and spoke design with themed lands. Universal doesn't really have themed lands.
And that's why I hope they do with the new one.
Islands of Adventure kind of does.
Yeah.
But Universal Park, it's just like a bunch of stuff put together.
And it's hard because it's so different. How do you go from, Terminator 2, a horror makeup show, Transformers to Harry Potter? It's not
exactly seamless.
No. And it's
but each within its own thing is really, really good.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. Universal have very different properties to work with that, like you say, are less cohesive. So it's always going to be tough. But I think that's why Diagon Alley works so well, because like you say, there's that clear division and you step from one land into another through the wall, and you feel like that being transported to somewhere else. It's actually happening. And
it's I love it. I love all the Harry Potter stuff at Universal.
So essentially,
if
this is a tie, but Disney are probably going to win once we've gone and seen Galaxy's Edge. Yeah.
No, I say Universal win now, right now.
Just because of Wizarding World
of Harry Potter. But when Galaxy's Edge is open, then I think Disney will have it.
Just out of interest, Star Wars, Harry Potter.
Don't make me choose. Don't make me choose.
Okay.
Don't.
Choose one of these instead.
Okay. Nostalgia. Well, that's an easy one. That you don't need to discuss that one. It's easy. It's Disney.
Disney.
Yeah, because I think. Well, see now, I question myself because, but only for one thing, okay, and that's E.T.
When I was writing that out on the post-it, I thought he's going to bring up E.T. in this one.
Well, yeah, because so like E.T. is epically old, as I mean the movie, but it's not epically old, but it's an old movie. But the ride is super old, and it's an old school ride. But as you probably guessed, I love the old dark rides. I think they're fantastic. But yeah, that ride is amazing. So I think I have nostalgia for the ride and the movie, and I love going to Universal to go on that ride because the smell, even when you're just walking up to it and you can start to smell.
Oh, you can smell it outside.
Because the E.T. ride has a smell, and it's kind of like this fake forest smell. But I don't know if it's deliberately they're trying to make it smell like a fake forest, or if it's just a collection of all the old crap that
It's musty.
But it's amazing. It's so good.
So, okay, aside from the smell.
Okay, aside from... But and the look, the sound, it takes you back in time. So I think the E.T. ride takes you back.
But that's the only part of of Universal that kind of offers nostalgia for you, yeah?
I think so, because everything is quite modern, or is based off things that I'm not going to get nostalgic about Jimmy Fallon or the Fast and the Furious.
No, but I don't think you're even going to get nostalgic about Harry Potter just because that's something that's come out in your adulthood.
I guess so. Maybe it might be different for younger people.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. Like last time we were there was a parade moving through, and there was like a Nickelodeon float, and it had Dora the Explorer and like some jumping monkeys and that kind of thing. And I just remember looking at that and thinking that it didn't move me in any way. But I was saw Kai looking at it, and he had a big grin on his face. Not because he's a teenager who loves Dora, but because he watched Dora the Explorer when he was like 3 or 4 years old, and he was majorly into that. So he was probably getting that nostalgia thing off of that. So it really depends on your perspective, and I think what stage of life you're at.
But Disney win.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing about Disney is it's no matter who you are, no matter where you are, it's classic. Everybody knows Disney, a Disney story.
Yeah.
They might not have heard them first via Disney, but they know the Disney versions. And yeah, I think it has that magic, and it's cohesive. There's that theme. There's that. Yeah, there's something that Disney has. So
Disney wins.
Disney wins nostalgia.
Last one.
Last one. Who does it best for merch? For the most part, like 99.9% of the time, Disney.
Yeah, Disney. Yeah, easy.
There's the only thing I buy, maybe possibly sometimes at Universal, might be some Harry Potter stuff, but they tend, because there's not new movies really. They're not bringing out new merch. They're not really updating the merch that much.
No, only for like new rides. Like there's a bunch that's come out for Hagrid's.
But once you kind of bought a throw and a wand and some pins, you're there really. But Disney, they are a merchandise machine. Oh my life, they are like new stuff all the time. But it's cool, and it's and you buy it, don't you? You go with empty suitcases to bring it all back.
Yeah, and we are suckers for it. Last time we went, we finally got into pin trading, and now we are all about that. I'm really looking forward to actually buying new pins and buying ones to keep and then buying ones to trade as well. I think we're going to go to the outlets pretty early on and go into the character warehouse, hopefully pick up some cheap pins that we can trade.
Just don't tell the secrets.
Why? We're here to help people.
Okay. All right.
Well, we're there in 10 days. We'll get there before anyone else.
Don't try and trade Alex pins with us. We know what they are.
But yeah, Disney are the best. And Disney clearly have huge creative teams behind their merch, constantly working on new things. They're clearly looking at independent designers, people doing their own things on like Etsy and eBay and all that kind of stuff, and picking up on whatever's popular and then making it work for them. And the merch stuff is just, I don't know, quadrupled in terms of what's available since we were last there.
You can spend so much time in Disney stores. You can go into like the Emporium or go into Mouse Gear and spend hours just looking at stuff to buy. It's not an attraction, it's a shop.
Yeah.
But you can spend hours. So Disney win on that. And I think, to be honest, on all the things that we've gone through, although Universal has won a few of them for really good reasons, and I don't take anything away from Universal on those, because I love those things, is I think what Disney has, it is that overall magic. You do go into that Disney bubble, and it's made magical by the theming, the branding, the styling. I think because it's Disney, they're able to do that whole wholesome family thing. Where Universal is a bit more adult, or can be a bit more adult oriented. You feel like an adult when you're at Universal having a fun time in a theme park. Where excuse me, dying. Where at Disney, you feel like a kid no matter how old you are.
Absolutely. I think that's it in a nutshell.
And the cast members really make it work. So if you are a cast member at Disney, you are amazing, you are awesome, you make it what it is.
Yeah, we love you.
So even when you're having a really rubbish day, know that you are the ones that make it amazing for all of us that come and visit. And if it wasn't for you, it wouldn't be as awesome.
It wouldn't be the same.
And I think although you have amazing people working at Universal, I think they must spray you down with pixie dust when you walk in for whenever you start working at Disney, because you're amazing, you are amazing, and that's why Disney wins overall.
So that was fun.
Yes,
I enjoyed that.
So 10 days
away, still got packing to do, still got our other room to finish before next weekend, so we can film our video there before we travel. Still haven't decided on a theme for next week, so if you have any suggestions, please do let us know in the comments. That would be really useful. The audio from today's video will be going up on our podcast, which is now available to download. At the moment, it's a combination of audio from these videos, but we also have standalone podcast episodes. We recorded one last night. It's already up and available for you to listen to, where we talk just kind of about our opinions on Disney news and very random things and all that kind of stuff. At the moment, the podcast is available on Spotify. It's available on Anchor, Breaker, and Radio Public. I always want to say Public Radio. Anyway,
hopefully iTunes soon.
Yeah, Apple Podcasts, honey. You're out of date. We're just waiting for the approval to come through on other platforms. So hopefully it won't take too long. So yeah, if you enjoy what you've seen here today, you want to listen some more, head over to our podcast and have a listen, or download the episodes. Listen to it while you're walking your dog, or cooking the dinner, or driving to work, however you like to listen.
Cooking the dog, driving the dinner.
Whatever floats your boat.
But yeah.
So if you did like today's video, please do give it a thumbs up. And also, if you want to hear more from us in the future, subscribe, please. It makes us very, very happy. And yeah, I think that's it for today.
It is. Back to the room.
Yeah, let's go.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.